Hello, aspiring chemists. Welcome to a fascinating journey into the world of organic reactions. Today, we are diving deep into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones, a crucial topic for your advanced preparation. We'll start with the basics, then gradually build up to complex mechanisms and competitive level insights. Get ready to explore how these important carbonyl compounds transform. Let's begin our exploration with the fundamental concepts of oxidation for aldehydes and ketones. This easy level will lay the groundwork for understanding their distinct behaviors. Oxidation in organic chemistry generally means adding oxygen or removing hydrogen. For aldehydes and ketones, this usually means converting the carbonyl group into a carboxylic acid. The key difference lies in their structure. Aldehydes have a hydrogen atom directly on the carbonyl carbon, while ketones have two alkyl or aryl groups. This structural difference makes aldehydes much easier to oxidize. They readily convert into carboxylic acids, even with mild oxidizing agents. Ketones, however, are quite resistant to mild oxidation and require much harsher conditions, leading to more complex reactions. To differentiate between aldehydes and ketones, we use mild oxidizing agents. Tollens reagent, an ammoniacal silver nitrate solution, is one such example. Aldehydes react with it to form silver mirror on the test tube, while ketones show no reaction. Similarly, Fehling's solution, an alkaline copper, 2, complex, oxidize aldehydes to produce a reddish-brown precipitate of cuprous oxide. Again, ketones remain unreactive. For instance, ethanol, an aldehyde, will give a positive result with both, forming a silver mirror or a red precipitate, respectively. These reactions are fundamental for qualitative analysis in the lab. Now, let's test your understanding with a few practice questions. Take a moment to read each question carefully and think about the concepts we've just discussed regarding the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. Which compounds will react with mild oxidizing agents and what products will be formed? Good luck! Moving on to the medium level, we'll explore stronger oxidizing agents and delve deeper into the mechanisms and rules governing these transformations. Beyond mild reagents, strong oxidizing agents like acidified potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, or nitric acid can also oxidize aldehydes to carboxylic acids, often under milder conditions than for ketones. For aldehydes, the mechanism typically involves the formation of a gemdiol, or a hydrate, which is an intermediate where two hydroxyl groups are attached to the same carbon. This hydrate is then readily oxidized at that carbon, effectively converting the CH bond into a COH bond, resulting in a carboxylic acid. This initial hydration step makes the aldehyde carbon more susceptible to oxidation. Ketones, however, present a different challenge. When subjected to strong oxidizing agents under vigorous conditions, they undergo C-to-C bond cleavage. This process often follows Popoff's rule for unsymmetrical ketones. This rule states that the carbonyl group preferentially stays with the smaller alkyl group, leading to a mixture of carboxylic acids with fewer carbon atoms than the original ketone. However, a more accurate understanding is that cleavage occurs to form the more stable carbocation intermediate. This makes the oxidation of ketones less straightforward than that of aldehydes, often yielding multiple products. The distinct reactivity of aldehydes and ketones towards oxidation is a powerful tool for their differentiation. Aldehydes react readily with mild oxidizing agents like tollens or Fehlings, giving clear visual indications. Ketones, on the other hand, show no reaction with these mild agents, requiring harsh conditions and leading to C-to-C bond cleavage. This fundamental difference is key in organic qualitative analysis. We also briefly introduced Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, a special reaction where ketones are converted to esters using peroxy acids, involving an oxygen insertion rather than just hydrogen removal or carbon-carbon bond cleavage. It's time for some medium-level practice questions. These will challenge you to apply Popoff's rule, understand the difference between mild and strong oxidants, and predict products based on reaction conditions. Think critically about the structural features that dictate reactivity. Pause the video, solve them, and then check your understanding. Welcome to the hard level. Here, we'll dissect complex mechanisms, introduce advanced reactions, and connect theoretical concepts to practical applications. Let's dive deeper into the mechanism of aldehyde oxidation. For mild agents like toluenes, the reaction proceeds via the initial formation of a gemdiol or hydrate in aqueous solution. This hydrate, having two hydroxyl groups on the same carbon, is then easily oxidized. The CH bond on this carbon is cleaved, and a new CO bond forms, leading to a carboxylate ion and the reduction of the metal ion. For strong oxidizers, the mechanism can be more complex, often involving radical intermediates or direct attack, but the outcome is consistently the formation of a carboxylic acid due to the presence of the easily removable aldehyde hydrogen. This detailed understanding helps us appreciate the ease of aldehyde oxidation. Popoff's rule for ketone oxidation is more nuanced than simply saying the carbonyl stays with the smaller alkyl group. The cleavage of the C to C bond adjacent to the carbonyl carbon is actually governed by the stability of the intermediate carbocation or the steric accessibility of the alpha carbons. The bond that cleaves preferentially is often the one that leads to a more substituted carbocation. For example, in 2-methylpentane 3-1, the bond between the carbonyl carbon and the more substituted alpha carbon, the secondary carbon, is typically favored for cleavage, yielding specific carboxylic acid products. This rule helps predict the major products in the complex oxidation of unsymmetrical ketones. Beyond standard oxidation, Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, BVO, is a fascinating rearrangement where ketones become esters and aldehydes become carboxylic acids by inserting an oxygen atom. This reaction uses peroxy acids like MCPBA. The mechanism involves nucleophilic attack by the peroxy acid, followed by a crucial rearrangement step where an alkyl or aryl group migrates from the carbonyl carbon to the oxygen of the peroxy acid. The migratory aptitude, which dictates which group moves, is key. Hydrogen migrates most readily, followed by tertiary, secondary, phenyl, primary, and finally methyl groups. This selectivity allows for precise control over the ester product. We also looked at selenium dioxide, SiO2, which specifically oxidize alpha-methylene or methene groups to carbonyls, forming alpha-diketones or alpha-ketoldehydes, offering a different kind of oxidative transformation. Now, it's time to tackle some challenging hard-level questions. These problems require a deeper understanding of reaction mechanisms, migratory aptitudes, and the application of specific rules like Popoff's. Think about the finer details of each reaction and the structural implications. Good luck, and keep pushing your understanding. Welcome to the hardest level, the ultimate challenge for advanced aspirants. Here, we'll explore competitive depth concepts, advanced reagents, intricate mechanisms, and their profound implications in organic synthesis. The Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, or BVO, is more than just a reaction, it's a testament to mechanistic elegance. Its detailed mechanism involves a series of concerted steps, beginning with the protonation of the ketone's carbonyl oxygen, followed by nucleophilic attack by the peroxy acid. The crucial step is the rearrangement, where an alkyl or aryl group migrates with its bonding electrons to the electron-deficient oxygen. The migratory aptitude, H, tertiary alkyl, secondary alkyl phenyl, primary alkyl methyl, is critical for predicting regoselectivity. This order reflects the ability of the migrating group to stabilize the developing positive charge in the transition state. Understanding this detailed electron flow is essential for predicting products and designing syntheses. Chromic acid, commonly known as Jones reagent, is a powerful oxidant. While effective for oxidizing primary alcohols to carboxylic acids and secondary alcohols to ketones, it's generally too strong for selectively oxidizing primary alcohols to aldehydes as it rapidly over-oxidizes them. This is a crucial limitation in synthesis. For such selective transformations, milder, more modern reagents like desmartin pyridinane, DMP, or Swern oxidation are preferred. We also consider other selective oxidants for aldehydes, such as silver I oxide, Ag2O, which offers a milder, ammonia-free alternative to Tollens reagent for preparative scale carboxylic acid synthesis. Understanding these reagent specificities is vital for strategic synthesis planning. Oxidation of ketones isn't always about C-to-C bond cleavage. While Popoff's rule guides vigorous oxidation, cyclic ketones, for instance, undergo ring cleavage to yield dicarboxylic acids, like cyclohexanone forming adipic acid with nitric acid. This highlights the varied outcomes depending on the ketone structure. Furthermore, the haloform reaction is a distinctive oxidation cleavage sequence for methyl ketones and compounds that can be oxidized to methyl ketones. It involves exhaustive alpha halogenation followed by nucleophilic attack and the elimination of a trihalomethyl carbanion, which then protonates to form a haloform. The iodoform test, producing a yellow precipitate of iodoform, is a classic diagnostic test for these specific structural motifs. Beyond these individual reactions, the true challenge lies in their synthetic applications. Understanding how to choose the right oxidant, protect sensitive functional groups, and predict reaction outcomes under various conditions is paramount. For instance, if you need to oxidize a primary alcohol to an aldehyde, you'd avoid Jones reagent and opt for PCC or Swern oxidation. If you have a methyl ketone and need to shorten the carbon chain, the haloform reaction is a powerful tool. These reactions are not isolated facts but interconnected tools in the vast toolkit of organic synthesis, enabling the construction of complex molecules with precision and efficiency. Mastering these concepts is key to excelling in advanced chemistry. Now for the first set of 5 challenging questions at the hardest level. These questions demand a comprehensive understanding of mechanisms, reagent selectivity, and the ability to apply complex rules and principles. Take your time, analyze each problem, and try to recall all the intricate details we've covered. Good luck! Here are the remaining 5 questions for our hardest level. These problems will truly test your ability to integrate knowledge from various aspects of aldehyde and ketone oxidation, from proposing synthetic routes to distinguishing between isomers. Push yourself to think like a seasoned organic chemist. Remember, practice is the key to mastery. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. I hope this session has significantly enhanced your understanding and prepared you for the challenges of G Advanced. For more such comprehensive educational content, practice problems, and interactive learning experiences, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep excelling. See you in the next session.